show you something. Come with me. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This snowblower I got for free. It was missing a recoil and the belly pan was missing. With the belly pan missing, you know, you don't have the sticker with the model number on it. So ordering parts, I had to go by the model number on the engine. So it took me 2 tries, but I did locate and order a recoil that fit on here. What else? We cleaned the carburetor. It had a broken auger cable that wore out right at the 90-degree corner where the little pulley wheel is. It just snapped, broke, wore through, whatever. Replaced that. I made a belly pan out of a piece of sheet metal just to keep, you know, you got to keep snow out of there. You don't want snow getting in there. The thing ran great, and a guy was interested in buying it. When he showed up a week later after I used it, it was either in the single digits or maybe in the teens. It was really cold, and it wouldn't start when he got here. It would only cough and sputter. I'm wondering if you guys have ever experienced it being too cold. It may have been, I've never changed the oil in this, so I'm wondering if it has really thick oil, maybe 2050 or something like that. So with the cold temperatures, it was really cold enough to thicken that oil up where when I pulled it, it wouldn't have enough momentum to keep spinning and fire up and go. It would just cough and sputter. After pulling it 100 times or so, I just looked at the guy and I said, I'm surprised you're even still here, you know? And he said, he's gonna pass. So I let it sit. A week later, I came home and it was warm. It was in the 30s. I was about to pull the carburetor off and see if there was any water in there, because I was figuring maybe just a small drop of water from condensation had froze and was blocking the jet. But instead of doing that first, I choked it, I primed it a couple times, and I pulled the rope, and it fired right up and ran great. So that brings me to the question, can it be too cold if you have the wrong oil in there for a snowblower to start, or any engine for that matter? It seems to make sense. I'm gonna try it right now. It's 32 degrees, which is a lot warmer than the day when he was here. I primed it twice and I choked it, throttles up. Did you see that? I got the spark plug unplugged. Dogs. Did not break the shear pins. Let's give it another try. Well, it works great. Another thing I did have to order. When it did fire up for the first time last weekend, the recoil that came with it. Can you see that? Came with this tiny little T-handle. Usually they got the loop ones. And this thing slipped out of my hand and went back in and just shattered. So I have a new one in the house. I'm gonna throw that on. Well, that does it for this video. I just wanted to do a quick one because I thought this was kind of interesting, where it wouldn't start when it was really, really cold out. But then when it got a little warmer, it started right up. I'd be curious to know if any of you have ever experienced that situation. You know, comment down below. I'd be interested in reading your feedback and your experiences. If you learn anything from these videos, maybe they help you out, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet. I have fun doing these, and I like to show people that don't know much about these or any small engine, whether it be a lawn tractor or a push mower. I learn as I go sometimes, and I like to share that information. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. And just like that, it's all fixed.